Today we will be analyzing Nintendo's Animal Crossing New Horizons for its troubling ideas about nature as well as its ideas about colonization and capitalism. Is it that deep, you ask? Probably not, but it sure is interesting. Don't get me wrong, I love Animal Crossing. Love Animal Crossing, and we all do, but Tom Nook is a crook and we're here to prove it. All past editions of Animal Crossing share the same general idea. You work to earn bells, which is the currency that you then use to further develop the town or your home. There is no real end goal to the game and your debt never gains interest, but the pressure to invest time and in-game currency to the betterment of your town is high. Sound familiar? This process emulates the same capitalist rhythms of labor and debt. The game starts with your character being dropped onto a deserted island and forced to work for the man. How, you ask? By plucking native plants, chopping down trees, and robbing the oceans and rivers of their natural flora and fauna, as well as catching rare or endangered bugs to sell on the black market. In fact, there are specific achievements you can't even reach until you have cleared the entire island of all the weeds and all the trees. In return, your villager receives currency to further the colonization of the island by building a museum, town hall, general store, clothing store, and suburbs filled with villagers, some cute and some not. The villagers, although animals, walk on 2 feet, wear clothes, talk with you, have jobs, do things, just like a person would. Which is all fun and cute, but what about the bugs and fish? Invertebrate and aquatic animals within the game, besides the octopus villagers, are seen only for profit and are assigned no personality, furthering the idea that these animals are simply just resources to collect. And many villagers like the pigs, chickens, cows, hamsters, octopi, and songbirds occupy a complex space where they are considered both friends and food. Chicken villagers like Ava are seen barbecuing chicken legs. Apple is able to have a pet hamster in a cage. Robin walks on 2 legs while birds fly above. Angus peacefully rests on a cowskin rug, and Marina routinely asks for captured octopus as snacks. Your assigned island has an assigned native fruit, and you can travel to other islands to get non-native fruit, which sells for 5 times as many bells as your native fruit, which further encourages the idea of invasive species. Now let's talk main characters. Tom Nook. Tom Nook is the raccoon founder of Nook Inc., as well as the debt collector and task maker throughout the game. Tom appears as sort of a sweet father figure-like character, but quickly turns into a greedy businessman, representative of the 1%. He seeks expansion of his own wealth through colonizing of the island, but he does nothing to achieve it. Instead, your character constantly completes tasks and constantly pays off debt that never goes away, while Tom relaxes in the town hall, either reading or drinking from a rather mysterious bottle, if you ask me. Even worse, Tom employs his 11-year-old nephews, Timmy and Tommy, to work at the general store. Timmy and Tommy are also raccoons who purchase the flora and fauna of the island at varying prices depending on the rarity of the item. Given their age, I don't think that they can really be blamed for any capitalist tendencies they may have, but it's fair to say that Tom for sure influenced them. In fact, Timmy and Tommy actually refer to Tom as their fearless leader. Eventually, after you've been playing the game for a while, Tom brings on Blathers, his scientist friend. Blathers is an owl and researcher who aims to build a museum upon the island. Blathers, although a slight colonizer, does have redeeming qualities that we've decided pardons him for some of his sins. You donate fish, fossils, and bugs to Blathers for him to put in the museum, and in return, he gives you facts. Players are not allowed, however, to donate mussels, oysters, fleas, or sea snails to the museum, therefore devaluing their worth as residents on the island. Blathers loves aquatic life and fossilized items, but despises bugs and actually calls them wretched things, which is certainly odd given his position as museum curator and prime researcher of the island. After Blathers, in comes Isabelle, a Shih Tzu character that has been in the game since the very beginning, this time acting as resident services manager in the town hall. Isabelle seems passive and not directly to blame for any negative impacts on the ecology of the island. She simply needs a job, just like we all do. Nearly every interaction within the game is transactional, working towards a colonized society for the simple price of destruction of a natural utopian habitat. So yes, Animal Crossing New Horizons is a very charming game that happens to include murder, cannibalism, social inequality, and poaching. This being said, I would highly recommend it. In fact, I'm gonna go play it now. So, bye.